Do you smell smoke? I muttered, groggy, jerking upright in my bunk as gray wisps curled from the ceiling vents. A Cold War-era red warning light flashed in the corner, and a siren, silent for decades, screamed to life. I thought it was an attack. Heart racing, I grabbed my flashlight, yanked on boots, and scrambled up the emergency ladder to the surface, certain my life was on the line. Nothing could have prepared me for what I saw when I cracked the camouflaged hatch. A bulldozer loomed over my bunker, earth torn up like a bad shave, patchy, reckless, scarred. Its blade hovered inches from my air shaft. Workers in orange vests swarmed, pouring concrete, oblivious to the chaos below. A banner flapped above, future site of Maple Grove HOA Community Hall, grand opening Saturday. It hit Meth HOA, the same group that fined Tom Carter for his backyard peppers, hadn't just overstepped. They'd paved over my world. I hauled myself out, arms flailing like a madman. A worker squinted. "Where'd you come from?" Ignoring him, I roared for the boss. Enter Vivian Holt, bob cut sharp as a knife, clipboard in one hand, iced latte in the other, sizing me up like a stray sock at a garage sale. "Sir, you're trespassing on HOA property," she purred, her voice dripping with rehearsed scorn. "Trespassing?" I choked, pointing at the smoking shaft. "You're on my land. This bunker's mine, federally authorized before your cookie-cutter houses sprouted." Her smirk lingered as she sipped. "Funny, records say this lot's community property. Your hideout's history." Her words burned worse than her overpriced drink. I swallowed my rage, stomped back to the hatch, hearing a worker snicker. "Mole man lives underground." The door clanged shut, sealing me in silence. Inside, I fired up the bunker's console, heart still pounding, and opened a steel locker untouched for years. Blueprints spilled out, stamped by the Department of Civil Defense 1960s pilot program my dad helped design. I'd tagged along as a kid, learning steel over soccer. With my federal engineering clearance, I'd built this bunker deeper, stronger, a fortress beneath a shed facade. A charter clause protected the land for 50 years post-program. Vivian had just handed me my weapon. I scanned the documents, emailed Marcus Reed, a buddy in federal infrastructure, attaching the charter. Urgent HOA breaching federal site. My tablet confirmed my deed. Vivian's community map was a fantasy, no legal transfer. She'd built her hall on a lie. The next morning, I stormed the HOA Officia gaudy house with fake columns and flags screaming civic ego. Vivian was out, but her assistant, Greg Larson, paled when I dropped blueprint tubes with a thud. "What's this?" he stammered. "Evidence," I said. "Tell Vivian the HOA just waged war on a federal facility." His nervous laugh betrayed belief as his hands shook, taking the papers. That afternoon, Vivian called a board meeting, no invite for me. I slipped in back, a shadow among the folding chairs. She spun a tale of community progress, branding me an unregistered squatter. Her new map swallowed my plot into a green zone. Polite claps met confusion. At open comments, I stepped up. "When was this map updated?" "3 months ago, board vote," she snapped. I smiled. "Check the original deeds." She froze. "County says no transfer, and that bunker's federal. Sealing it's a felony." Silence choked the room. Greg fumbled his pen, Vivian's face drained. "Absurd, no shelter," she said. I held up an aerial map. Hatch Stark. "Look harder." Whispers trailed me out. Marcus replied, flagging DHS. In 72 hours, they'd stop more concrete. Vivian's foundation was her grave. Saturday's grand opening bounce house. Band. Vivian in pink, preening like royalty boasted rules upheld. I loitered, hat low, bunker humming below. Mid-speech, a tremor rattled the stage, a deep thrum like an unforecasted storm. Vivian quipped, "Old pipes, clueless of the beast beneath." Shakes grew, a floor panel hissed, a trapdoor creaking open under new laminate. Fire Marshal Clara Tate frowned, descending with a flashlight. Sirens federal, guttural, not local erupted from vents hidden in Vivian's decor. Clara resurfaced, ashen. "Shut it down." Federal facility built over a classified shelter. Vivian stammered. Clara cut in. "More than my pay grade's coming." The crowd scattered, fear and confusion swirling. News buzzed. Mystery structure at Maple Grove Hall. A blocked call. Iron Vault owner? Yes, Reactivating status. Inspection imminent. Block access. I hit the county clerk, pulling zoning. Vivian's maps were shoddy overlays, ignoring my deed and the bunker's half-block sprawl. At the evening HOA meeting, Vivian, haggard, spun a plumbing glitch. Greg clutched my leaked DHS memo, classification tags glaring. Residents demanded I speak. You buried my legacy, a federal shelter, I said. Not a man cave. Protected. Your error costs all. Vivian floundered. Board member Tim Carter asked, Feds? Wait for the SUVs, I said. Courthouse air stank of stale coffee and wood. I filed repossession, deeds, seals, hatch photos under Vivian's flooring. The clerk froze. Soon, I faced a supervisor, records officer, and DHS's Elena Brooks. I laid out the bunker's history, untransferred land, HOA blunders. Elena said, We'll take over. Greg called, frantic. Feds taped the hall. Vivian's unraveling. Tape cocooned the hall. DHS barred entry, radar scanning the playground. My second hatch exposed. Vivian downplayed an audit. Residents scoffed. Boardroom panic. Vivian blamed everyone. Tim leaked her rant. Bunker creep redrew lines. No approval. It went viral, fueling protests to unchair Vivian. I offered a lease exorbitant. Inspections, fences, signs, not HOA land. The board, minus Vivian, agreed. Her hall, my rules. She stormed, my land. I pointed to a sign, federal zone, felony access. She retreated. Greg quit. Vivian lost her chair, probed for forgery, fraud, obstruction. The HOA apologized. I skipped, calibrating bunker cells, humming after 20 years. The hall stood shunned, signs warning federal ground. I leased the park to Sam Carter's survivalist drills, legal. Vivian's cousin's guards tried control, stunned by one fine for trespass. News roared. HOA hall to bunker base. Vivian messaged mid-rant. I hosted a civic fair trucks, CPR, fire talks. DHS granted Tier 2 status, grants, drills. Residents joined, cookies, solar queries. Greg thanked me. You showed the truth. I rebuilt hatches, locks. Iron Vault became a hub, no HOA playground. Hatch logged, secure. Legacy lives. Maple Grove exhaled, truth deeper than Vivian's concrete. Years on, Iron Vault trained thousands kids, families safe. Vivian faded, probed, shunned. A heritage hub rose from the hall's rubble community core, pies judged, murals bright. Maple Grove bloomed, flags, no fines, roots mine, unshaken.